Once again, I must thank you for allowing me into your house to listen to me. You East Indian descendants of East Indian and blacks of African descendants, I'm kindly asking both of you to listen to me and hold hands together and save your children, your future, yourself. Your ancestors on both sides might be rolling in the grave because blacks fought for liberation. The true father of Guyana happens to be Kofi. The great fighter also is another man all the way on the Essequibo coast named Damien. You have to understand clearly, even Kichilo, today we do not have any representation. What we got is thirsty people, thirsty for power, people who wanted to change history, people who lie to you, tell you because we are black, we are together. That is not true. Think. Look when you give them power where they go and how they live. Now you have the East Indian is doing the same thing in many ways. Under Burnham government, we lost the late Walter Radney, Vincent Tika, Uini, Dublin. These, the three last name which is Walter Radney, Dublin and Uini was three young black men with vision and understanding. They brought Burnham government to a shaky point where things of Guyana could have changed. It was the first time ever East Indian and black was standing side to side since the 1960s before independence, after that big riot and killing that started out in Guyana, where in Mackenzie and Wismar, Highlanders, blacks kill Indians, rape their young children, kill them and push bottle in them. Ask Mr. David Granger if he's not aware of that. Ask Hamilton Green if they're not aware of that. Some of your parents suffer because of that. In Mackenzie Market, plenty stall they belong to Indian taken away. It was a place Indian didn't want to go back to after that riot. Kissoon, Lila Kissoon opened up horse place in Rumwell behind license to house Indian who had to come and stay there to get help because blacks rape and kill and burn and beat a lot of them. Plenty lost their life. The Valley of Theirs. Let Sam Hines tell you about it. Don't be ashamed, Mr. Hines. Come forward. The sins from us shall be upon our children. Is that the Guyana you want? We even give South Africa money to liberate them. We know a lot of things that happen, what Africa gave back to us. Under the PNC, you take the Indian money that was supposed to be given back to them to go to India, do what they want with it. You build the culture center. It's supposed to belong to them. Think what you are doing and think where you went wrong. What I'm trying to tell you here, ladies and gentlemen, is a lot of things. Do not make no politician, may it be an Indian or a black, turn you to be the warriors for nothing. You are your own enemy. Indian and blacks, you must unite. One belong to India, one belong to Africa. If you continue like this, then the Amerindian will dissolve to have their land, followed by the Douglas, because Portuguese and Chinese will be the only two left can go back to Portugal or China, whether you're born in Guyana or not. But it's only you Indian and blacks are fighting over something that don't belong to you. Because to be honest, you blacks talk of motherland Africa. Indian, as you can see, 24/7 in all the Indian TV station in Guyana is Indian music and Indian movies. Think of it, you Indian brothers and sisters. You might say, I'm knocking you now. Pakistan are Indians too. Bangladesh are Indians too. But you cannot call them that. And they are very close. Just a hair away, a border separate them. You're 1,000 miles away from India. You are the descendant of India. Wake up and call yourself a Guyanese and proud of the land you're born. Proud of your parents who stand up in the past and make something out of nothing. Because back in India, all of your ancestors was peasants, grave diggers and carpenters and fishermen and beggars. So think of it. Today you are doctors and lawyers. You're all kind of thing because you came out from there thanks to the slave trade and the British and others who make it possible. Protect Guyana and call it your home. as much as you blacks. You had no choice. You were sold as slaves through the Europeans and through the Arabs and all others, and you're out of Africa. Back in Africa, you were nobody. Your ancestors were sold by their own relatives. Think of it. Let's forget those two countries. Unite and put Guyana forward. Your children can be the next leader. Your grandchildren can be the next leader. The whole world are changing. You change for God's sake. Don't make no politician mislead you. Unite. Do the right thing. Guyana is calling for his leader. It's calling back on our children. Indian got you, the black people in Guyana, very bad internationally. As much as a lot of you blacks are talking bad about them. But both of you cannot live without each other. Because both of you don't have a country if the Amerindian should fight for his own country. Think of it. Think for God's sake. Don't make your politician lie to you. And for you, the killers, whether you're Indian or black, listen to this. These politicians will call your name. And because they've got to save themselves. So be careful what you're doing. Stop the killing. Stop terrorizing people. And I call upon the government and the opposition to unite to fight crime. Who want to sell their drugs or laundering money, that is your personal business, but do not hurt the innocent people. Don't rob people or kidnap them and ask for ransom. If so be the case, and you opposition and the ruling party love Guyana, let's unite and stamp it out. I call upon the government and the help of the opposition, let's declare curfew in the country and call upon vigilante to protect the rights of the innocent Indian and black people and others. If you are a brother, a sister, a child, a grandchild, or friends and family who's aware that you have a kill in your family that is kidnapping, raping, and killing, hand them over. Because one day, they may be dead and gone. You will have to answer for it. This world is changing rapidly. I have seen it in many countries. Gaddafi, a whole generation is wiped out. Saddam, a whole generation is wiped out. Think. And many other leaders around the Caribbean, and even in Latin and South America, and in Africa, where you blacks come from, same thing. And in India, forget it. Plenty running, they can't even touch the house that they got. I'm urging you, stop it. Unite. We want 3 statues of the late Walter Rodney, Owini, and Dublin in the 3 counties. Liberators after coffee, and Kitchelow, the Union man, and Damien, the man on the Essequibo coast. Instead of we have a portrayal of Dr. Jagan or Faz Burnham, we should have one about Mr. Desmond Hyde, the man who allowed democracy after Burnham into Guyana. Let's face reality. Let us stop listening to the ignorant old parents. Put Guyana first. Put your future second. And from there, let's unite and save Guyana. Don't make it happen again. Expose the wrong things. Don't get yourself involved in anything wrong. I'm appealing to you. If you know what I know, for God's sake, let's unite. You corrupt police, change your attitude. And the corrupt military, change your attitude. My advice to the government, let all the police photographs be in the newspapers so people can identify if anyone rape, rob, or kill them and got the uniform on. And the same goes to the military. And since you're bringing up the SWAT team or SWAT team, I think the same thing should be done. And I think you should give everyone, since you're the government, a lie detector test to find out how honest and sincere they are. Remember these words. A dog that is trained by his master is loyal only to his master. And every killer have an answer and have a secret. And every boss or master who send a man to kill innocent people, he always have a leeway to get rid of the man before they screen him. So that is all I can tell you. I'm giving you a sense of understanding. Stop hurting innocent people. So for God's sake, love yourself and Guyana and put it forward. Let's unite and bring our politicians them forward and let them answer to crimes if they commit it. We must save our country. If the government is doing good, let's back them. If they're wrong, we could demonstrate and oppose them, but not threatening each other security. Thank you and have a good night. God bless.